Graden. I'm here to show you how to set up your contour sand injector, or as it's better known, CSI. First of all, on the first of your setup, you need to adjust and set your depth for your blades. Now this is achieved by adjusting your height adjustment. Height adjustment screwed in clockwise creates less depth. Anti-clockwise, screwing away, creates more depth. When we go to do our test cut for our blade depth, make sure the hopper is empty. Otherwise you'll end up putting sand everywhere and it'll make it a lot more difficult to calibrate depth to the sand. Once you have got everything calibrated, then you can put the sand in and start operation to adjust your speed to your sand flow rate. Now that we've picked the depth, we have to check the depth to make sure that we're at our accurate, correct depth to just go through the thatch. Now by doing this, we have to start the engine, do a small run and then check the depth. Now that we've done our initial cut, we can check the depth, which is sitting at about 1 centimetre, which is just shy of ½ an inch. Now that we've successfully picked our depth, now it's a matter of choosing our sand flow rate. This is achieved by this mechanism here, which is on the newer models, or if you have an older model, the height adjustment is down here. Old height adjustment, there's 3 settings: low, medium and high. With the newer sand flow depth, the same adjustment is made, but by these tabs here. This is the shallow depth, medium depth and fully open. There is a slight increment adjustment for fine tuning. 90% of the time, most people will get away with the medium setting. Unless you're going down full depth, then you will definitely need the full open setting. Okay, now that we have our blade depth, our sand flow setting, then we go to our speed adjustment. The speed adjustment is the main key to the whether we fill the groove to the top, just over or just underneath, depending on the information we're trying to achieve. Most of the time you want the sand just beating over the top of the groove and leave a little on top. This is our speed control lock. This doesn't need to be on during transportation, but during operation it does need to be switched into the lock position. Reason for this is that during the operation this governs the speed, which also governs the amount of sand that comes out into the groove. Now if you need to get more sand into the groove, you need to slow the machine down by going clockwise. Vice versa, speed the machine up to decrease the sand if you have too much coming out. Even though it's dry, filtered sand, as you can see, we still get debris and other things in there, so it is always a good idea As you can see, this is a perfect operation with just a little bit of sand sitting over the top. If we come down a little further, we'll see that we were a little light on. So all I had to do to increase the amount of sand was to decrease the speed slightly to allow the sand to fill those grooves. we have our blade depth, we have our sand flow rate. Now we go to turn on the machine. Once I've turned on the machine, I will line it up to get my cut. I will then engage the blades, turn the control locking mechanism on, and basically push down as I know that the sand is calibrated to the right blade depth. Once I start moving, the only thing the operator has to really control is making sure he's in a straight line. If he's going up a hill or down a hill, he may need to adjust the sand flow rate slightly just to compensate for the downward thrust or the upward grind. As you can see, once calibrated, the machine does all the work and is very accurate for you. If you follow these basic steps, you should come out with a good, clean cut, sand-filled